Hello, hello. Hope you all are having a wonderful day today. And today's video is going to be a little bit different. The game footage that you'll be seeing in the background is for games from Steam Next Fest, which is one of my favorite events that Steam holds. It's basically a plethora of games that are coming out soon that have a demo or that are going to be launching soon. So you get to try out either a bunch of games that you're excited for or a bunch of games that maybe you haven't heard of and are going to be on your radar for when they do come out. But I will be having a list of all those games shown in case you want to try them out for yourself. But now that I have that out of the way, I want to talk about today's topic. And I want to talk about my one and only sponsor that I've ever had, which is Dubby. For those who don't know, Dubby is a energy supplement with a lot of healthy ingredients that make it an amazing and better alternative than other energy drinks on your normal store shelves or, gas station shelves and anything along those lines. Now, funny enough, I actually was not looking for this kind of sponsor when I was about a year and a half ago. I was actually looking for a team to further my career competing in fighting games and making content for them. Now, what I mean by this, for those who may not know, when you compete in fighting games or any form of esports, really, there is a lot of sponsors or teams, that have their own merch, their own jerseys. You kind of go out and you go compete with with your team. You go travel to attend big events and everything along those lines. And that was more of, the kind of sponsor that I was looking for. But as I was going down further and further and keeping notes of all the ones I had in mind and everything, I noticed Dubby. And when I saw it, I will be honest, I I didn't think it was real when I first noticed it, because there's so many scams nowadays with that kind of branding, that you really aren't sure if it's going to be legitimate or not. So with all of that in my head, I went for it anyways, and I didn't get anything after the first day. I believe it was the second day I finally got a response. It was pretty late too, so I remember that specific day because it was pretty exciting. I received an email from the CEO, and it was so genuine, when the response that was sent to me, because not only did it, of course, not seem fake, but it was, them responding to the interests that I listed, the goals that I listed, as well as the achievements that I listed. And I think at this point I was really, really excited, because I knew that in my head I might have a sponsorship deal right here and then. And so I began communicating with them a little bit more, and luckily I finally, got approved for it all, and I became a member of Dubby. Now, this really drove me when I was originally making my, everyday fighting game content or my regular stuff, to promote Dubby as much as I could. And, I threw it in everywhere, on my streams, on my bio, talked about it to people in person. I did all I could. I was especially excited to get my very first tub, of the energy as well, to not only taste it and test it out, but to also, promote in person to other people, or whenever I went to locals or anything along those lines. And it actually went really well. Not too long after that, I started to get my first couple of sales, and I was really happy about that. It was altogether, it was a very wonderful experience, and it still has been. Nothing past tense. It still has been amazing being with them and seeing how far they've come along from when I was with them to, when I started with them, I should say, to now you know, all the updates and all the new flavors and all the new merch and just everything that they've been doing. They have been working really hard, and it's just been an honor to be with them. And I kind of, I guess, wanted to speak about my personal side with them, because I don't think I ever really mentioned that. I always mentioned, you know, how their products are great and their merch is really cool, but that's as far as I ever got. I never really, you know, dove deep into how much they mean to me on a personal level, with, you know, all the health benefits. And when I first started, it definitely helped me out to branch away from kind of some really crazy unhealthy energy drinks that I was drinking before. Dubby, I'm not gonna list the names of them because I don't want to, you know, speak poorly of anything. It's because they're not bad. It's just more of, I could not handle the caffeine level or the ingredients that were in those energy drinks. They would make me really on edge. They would make me really anxious. I was very jittery. I was very shaky throughout most of the day. It was not a fun experience, but once I started to switch over to Dubby, I still felt energized. You know, I still felt all of the, you know, I guess feelings, or all the things you get from an energy drink without all the, you know, negative side effects that I was experiencing with the other energy drinks. And altogether, it has been just an absolute blast. I've really been with them on a personal level, from, you know, a sponsorship I'll never forget to them actually helping me health-wise, which is really crazy to even think about, because this was, you know, a spur of the moment. Like, none of this was planned out or anything along those lines. And even the community, you know, I did at first, I will be real, it's not a, you know, a negative thing to mention, or I'm not trying to put this in a bad light or anything, but I didn't feel like I belonged at first, because most of the Dubby community is 3 games. It is Fortnite, Call of Duty, or Dead by Daylight. And that's, you know, like I said, that's not a big issue, or that's not a bad thing, you know, but coming from a really in-depth fighting game scene, it was kind of hard to collab or communicate with some of those members, because there was just such a huge, you know, like a difference gap, I guess you would say, in our hobbies and everything along those lines, besides us being, you know, oh, we're both part of Dubby. But yeah, I'm just throwing that out there in general. It's not, you know, a negative thing. It's great that they have like a foundation of games that they're really known for, which is, you know, that's awesome. That's not, you know, a bad thing to think about. And with that all being said, I just overall have had a wonderful time here at Dubby, and I hope that my words really kind of got to you, whether if you were teeter-tottering on deciding either to try the product out or not, or, you know, just wanting to hear my experience with the company, if they're a good company or not, because there's been so many situations where companies scam a lot of people, especially as of lately. So it's kind of also what made me want to make this video and have the idea for it. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone that was listening. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. Be safe, take care, and see ya.